Imagine your business normally generates $100,000 in monthly revenue, but this month revenue falls to $80,000. That missing $20,000 immediately creates pressure on payroll, inventory, marketing, debt payments, and profit. You need to diagnose the decline, protect cash, and determine whether the problem is temporary or structural. Here are the first 5 actions a business owner should take when revenue suddenly drops by 20%. Number 1. Find out exactly where the 20% revenue disappeared. Imagine a company sells 3 products. Product A normally generates $50,000 per month. Product B generates $30,000, and Product C generates $20,000. Total monthly revenue is $100,000. Now revenue falls to $80,000. Looking only at total revenue tells the owner that $20,000 disappeared. It does not explain why. The first job is finding exactly where that decline occurred. Suppose Product A remains at $50,000 and Product C remains at $20,000. Product B, however, falls from $30,000 to $10,000. You have immediately isolated the biggest problem. Next, investigate why Product B declined. Perhaps fewer customers bought it. Maybe the average order became smaller. A large customer may have left. Prices may have changed. Or a competitor may have taken market share. Break revenue into simple components. Review revenue by product, service, customer, location, sales channel, and salesperson. Compare each category with the previous month, previous quarter, and the same period last year. For example, an online retailer might discover website traffic remained stable, but its conversion rate dropped. That suggests the problem is not attracting visitors. Something is preventing existing visitors from completing purchases. A consulting company might discover that small clients are stable while revenue from large clients has fallen sharply. Further investigation could reveal that 2 major contracts ended during the same month. Also, separate price problems from volume problems. Selling fewer units at the same price requires a different response than selling the same number of units at lower prices because of discounts. Do not begin with the question, how do we recover 20%? Begin with, where exactly did we lose revenue? Once you identify the source, you can work on the actual problem instead of guessing. Number 2, protect cash before making any big business decisions. Imagine your company normally collects $100,000 monthly and spends $85,000. After revenue falls to $80,000, the business may suddenly be spending more cash than it generates. Before making dramatic cuts, calculate how much cash the business currently has, then estimate the cash expected to enter and leave the company over the next several weeks and months. Suppose you have $120,000 in cash. Monthly cash expenses are $90,000, while current monthly cash collections are only $75,000. Your cash position is declining by $15,000 monthly. That does not necessarily mean you should immediately fire employees or cancel every expense. It means you need to understand how long the business can operate while you investigate and repair the revenue problem. Start by separating essential expenses from flexible expenses. Payroll for critical employees, rent, necessary inventory, taxes, insurance, and required debt payments may deserve priority because the business depends on them to continue operating. Then, examine expenses that can be delayed, reduced, renegotiated, or temporarily paused. An equipment upgrade, office renovation, unnecessary software subscription, or non-essential trip might be postponed without damaging the company's ability to generate revenue. For example, imagine the company planned to spend $30,000 on new equipment next month. If the equipment is not immediately necessary, delaying that purchase could preserve valuable cash during the revenue decline. Also, examine incoming cash. If customers owe the business $50,000, Faster collection may provide more immediate financial relief than cutting productive expenses. Follow up on overdue invoices and review customer payment terms. Avoid automatically cutting marketing or sales expenses simply because they are easy to reduce. If a profitable marketing campaign generates $3 of gross profit for every dollar spent, eliminating it could accelerate the revenue decline. Your objective is simple: create enough financial breathing room to diagnose and fix the revenue problem. Protect cash intelligently, but do not damage the parts of the business responsible for generating future revenue. Number 3. Separate a temporary sales dip from a real business problem. Imagine a beachside restaurant earns much less revenue in winter than during summer. A 20% decline in November might look alarming, but historical numbers could show that the same decline happens every year. Now imagine another restaurant has experienced steady customer traffic for years, but suddenly loses 20% of revenue while nearby competitors continue growing. That situation deserves much more attention because something specific may have changed. This is why you should never judge a revenue decline using only 1 month of numbers. Compare current revenue with previous months, the same period last year, and normal seasonal patterns in your business. For example, a retailer might experience lower sales immediately after the holiday season. A landscaping company may slow during colder months. A tourism business could experience predictable revenue changes depending on travel seasons and local demand. Temporary declines can also happen because of unusual events. Bad weather, delayed customer projects, temporary supply shortages, holidays, or one large invoice moving into the following month can make revenue suddenly appear weaker. But structural problems look different. Imagine monthly revenue falls from $100,000 to $95,000, then $90,000, then $85,000. A continuing downward pattern suggests something deeper than normal monthly variation. Look at customer behavior. Are fewer customers buying? Are existing customers purchasing less frequently? Are contracts being canceled? Are repeat customers disappearing? These patterns can reveal whether the company's underlying demand is weakening. Also, compare your performance with the market. If your revenue falls while the entire industry is struggling, external conditions may be responsible. If competitors are growing while you are shrinking, investigate your own business more aggressively. The response should match the problem. A temporary decline may require tighter cash management and patience. A structural decline may require changes to pricing, products, customer experience, marketing, sales, or the company's overall strategy. Number 4, fix the highest impact revenue leak before cutting everything. Imagine a software company loses $20,000 in monthly revenue. Management immediately considers reducing advertising, canceling software tools, freezing hiring, and cutting employee hours to protect profit. But after reviewing the numbers, management discovers that $15,000 of the decline came from existing customers canceling subscriptions. Customer acquisition remained strong. The biggest problem was actually customer retention. In that situation, cutting advertising does not solve the main problem. The company should first investigate why existing customers are leaving and determine which changes could prevent more customers from canceling. Perhaps customers experienced poor support, competitors introduced better features, prices increased too quickly, or the product became difficult to use. Fixing that problem could protect far more revenue than making random expense cuts. Consider another example. A manufacturer sells products through distributors and directly through its website. Overall, revenue falls 20%, but distributor revenue remains stable while direct online sales collapse. The owner investigates further and discovers that website traffic remains strong. However, many customers abandon their carts because shipping costs increased. The revenue leak is now specific, measurable, and potentially fixable. Instead of reducing expenses across every department, the company could test shipping thresholds, renegotiate logistics costs, improve checkout communication, or adjust product pricing. Each action directly addresses the identified revenue problem. Rank revenue problems by financial impact. A customer segment responsible for half of the decline deserves more immediate attention than a small product responsible for only a tiny portion of lost revenue. Then consider how quickly each problem can be fixed. Recovering 5 major customers might generate results faster than launching an entirely new product that could require months of development, testing, and marketing. When revenue drops, do not attack everything at once. Find the largest controllable source of lost revenue, understand why it happened, and concentrate resources there first. Focus creates a faster and more measurable recovery. Number 5. Build a 90-day revenue recovery plan with clear targets. Imagine your business normally generates $100,000 per month, but revenue has fallen to $80,000. You identified the causes, protected cash, and found the biggest revenue leaks. Now, you need a recovery plan. Do not simply tell your team, "We need to increase sales." That gives nobody a measurable target. Instead, decide exactly how much revenue you want to recover and where that revenue should come from. For example, your first 30-day target might be recovering $5,000 from former customers. Another $5,000 could come from improving conversion rates, while additional revenue could come from increasing repeat purchases. Break the 90 days into 3 stages. During the first 30 days, focus on immediate opportunities. Contact recently lost customers, follow up on open proposals, reactivate old leads, and solve obvious conversion problems. Suppose 10 former customers previously spent $1,000 each month. Instead of immediately searching for hundreds of new customers, contact those 10 customers and learn why they stopped buying from your business. During the next 30 days, improve the areas that require more work. You might adjust an offer, strengthen the sales process, improve customer retention, test pricing, or shift marketing spending toward better performing channels. For example, imagine one marketing channel costs $5,000 and generates $12,000 in profitable sales, while another costs the same but produces only $6,000. Reallocating spending could improve results without increasing the budget. Use the final 30 days to evaluate what worked. Compare actual revenue with your targets. Track customer count, average purchase value, conversion rate, repeat purchases, cancellations, and other metrics directly connected to the original decline. Most importantly, review the plan every week. If one action produces results, invest more attention there. If another repeatedly fails, change it. A recovery plan should respond to real numbers instead of assumptions. A 20% revenue decline is serious, but panic is not a strategy. Diagnose where revenue disappeared, protect cash, determine whether the decline is temporary, fix the biggest leak, and execute a measurable 90-day recovery plan. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more practical business finance videos. Thank you for watching.